Welcome to the Getting Started video for the Lay Speakers District Database. My name is Rick Madsen, a Lay Speaking Director like you. The purpose of this video is to guide you in transferring the database files to your computer, to describe the files, and finally to get you started. I'm assuming that you already have Microsoft Access installed on your computer. If you do not, you will have to obtain it either as a standalone program or as part of the Office Professional Suite. UMCOM has great prices on Microsoft products. Please note that you can pause this presentation at any time by clicking the pause button in the lower left. You're viewing this video either because you've received a CD that looks like this, or you have downloaded the files from the internet. In either case, we need to get the files onto your computer or to locate the downloaded files. Insert the CD into your CD-ROM drive and close it. Open Windows Explorer. If you do not already have a folder for your LaySpeaker files, let me suggest that you create a folder named LSDDB 2010, either in your Documents folder or in an area where you normally store your files. Next, open the CD content to reveal the files on the CD. Highlight the files and either drag and drop or copy and paste them to the LaySpeaker District Database folder that you just created. Opening that folder lets us view and describe the files that are on the database. First, there is a Word document describing all the files on the CD. Then there is a Getting Started document describing in words most of what is on this video. The two important files are the database and the database with data. It is included so that you can play with the populated database just to explore the features. Then there is a description. Most of you will only need to read the first 2 pages. And then there is an overview video. So here's what I'd recommend that you do first. Watch the overview video, then read the first 2 pages of the description document. Next, open the database with data. Play with it. You can't break it. Enter some of your own data. First, enter a student, then an instructor and a class. Link the student you entered to the class and you're on your way. Let's open it. Here's a possible problem. Because the database has macros, you may get a security warning. Access wants to make sure its security features protect you. The database is safe, so click on Options, then Enable Content. Remember, you can pause this presentation at any time. Okay. Now let's quickly enter some data, opening the Enter View LaySpeakers menu. Then the Enter View LaySpeakers form. Here we go. This form is the heart of the database. We're going to enter a new LaySpeaker, Jane Doe. Click on the New Form button at the bottom of the form, entering the first name, then the last name, and continuing. Selecting New Applicant from the drop-down list. That's Jane's information. Now closing out of the form and returning to the main menu. We're now going to enter information about the new class. First, the instructor. Here's the instructor information form. Clicking on the new form at the bottom. Our new instructor is George New. entering his information, and closing the form. Returning to the main menu. We are now going to enter information about our new basic class. Again, selecting the new form button at the bottom, entering the name, selecting George New from the drop-down list, and the course level from the drop-down list, classes are sorted by term with the newest on top. Be sure that you use the format shown to the right of the term block. Now moving down to the student area of the form. We begin by entering Jane's last name, and since she is already in the system, it automatically fills in. If there were other students, I could link them at this time too, closing out the form. Now let's go back and look at Jane's form. Advancing through the forms until I find Jane's. Here's Jane's form, and we see that the basic course that we had just entered is linked to her lay speaker student form. Closing out and returning to the main menu. That should get you started. Many of you have existing Excel spreadsheets with data already in them. Before you begin entering data on your own in a blank database, I'd recommend you review the video Transferring Data from an Excel Spreadsheet to make your life easier. So I begin the process in this order. First, watch the overview video. Then read the first 2 pages of the description document, play with the database with data in it, and finally, begin entering data in the blank database, either by transfer or from scratch. You'll be glad you did. May you be blessed in your ministry.